One of the best things that I learned for myself is that you can actually outsource anything when it comes to your life. The beauty of living in the 21st century. In today's day and age, we want things delivered and we want them delivered now and right this second. When you look around yourself, aren't you amazed by how much our lives are different than it was for our parents? There was no fast way of getting anything done when it came to them. If you needed grocery, you would have to get up and get out of your house, get dressed, no matter the weather. Not everyone had cars, and just go and buy what you needed for your home, for your children, for your family. If you needed a dress, you would go to a shopping mall. There was no online, there was no straight deliveries to your home. Hello, my amazing people, and welcome back. Today I'm gonna go over the topic of outsourcing your life, so let's get right into it. In the end, for those of you who are gonna stay, I'm gonna reveal the best outsourcing I did for myself. Because our society leaves very little room for errors, everything needs to be perfect, beginning with self-image and ending with life image. But let's not get too pessimistic. Truth be told, we all enjoy this modern technology. We enjoy being catered to and served to immediately and to our liking. So here are two major things that I outsource. Number one is house cleaning. Don't think I'm a prude, I'm not. I'm just a very busy mom, and don't get skeptical and say, well, Valentina, not everyone can afford it. I assure you, you can. Cleaning can take up a good chunk of your time, and deep cleaning your home without professional help, it's next to impossible for single moms and for mothers. And especially when you have children. And besides, keeping your home clean is not the only thing that you should be focusing on. There's so many more important things in your life that you do besides cleaning. So the good thing that there's a solution for that. Outsourcing your cleaning to a professional service or a professional service provider, which really is gonna free up so much of your time, and you're gonna benefit from it, trust me. It's not that I don't wanna get my hands dirty, it's rather more of a necessity for me. With the rise of divorce and two-income households, the division of labor between the husband and the wife, work and home, it really got jumbled, and single parents and couples, they look to outsource such basic things as cleaning, so you can expect also professional results from hiring someone. They know what they're doing, they've been doing it for a while, I'm sure. You're paying for their service, so you expect everything to be done to the dot. So the big pro is outsourcing help for cleaning. It gives you more time for other things. If you run a business, if you're a single mother or a parent, then I'm sure you do not have time for any kind of house chores. Even if you do, it is not the correct allocation of your time. For example, I know I have to do research for my new product, or help my teenager book some appointments, or simply spend time with my toddlers. I would rather do that. Basically, I look at it this way. If I can fix a problem with the money, then for me, it's an expense, it's not a problem. So I do it whenever I get a chance. You should try it. It's gonna do wonders for you. Number two, outsourcing that I do is grocery shopping. I don't mean for you to outsource it 100%, but basic groceries I would recommend, especially if you're a single parent. Carrying all of those big boxes can be exhausting. Now keep in mind, I'm talking only from a single mom's perspective and going through a Canadian winter in suburbs, which is not fun at all. Even if you have a partner, but I'm sure that partner gets tired as well. It's the 21st century, so why not take advantage of it? You can get your phone and it's at your disposal, and delivery is not that expensive. It's within your budget, I'm sure, $10 to $15. And you're gonna save money in the long run, especially if you have toddlers. You don't have to get a babysitter. You don't have to burden your older kids if they're busy. So I don't mean to brag about it, but it's something that you're gonna benefit from, and whoever is doing the shopping for you, whoever is picking up things for you, whatever I experienced, it was always good quality, it was always delivered on time, right to my door. If they are bringing the groceries or something heavy, if you open the garage, they can even place it in the garage for you. So I really truly recommend it. It's something that I swear by. Okay, so now let's go over pros and cons of outsourcing your life. I'm going by the 4-Hour Week by Tim Ferriss. He, in his entire book, is really making a point that you should outsource most of the things in your life, so you can have it a more automated system, so you don't have to think about everything that needs to get done around you. You can concentrate on raising children and growing your business. It all comes down to that for me. The efficiency argument naturally leads to the question of what tasks are really worth your time, and whether the time spent on your chores might be not better directed towards other pursuits, like, I don't know, reading a book, having a conversation with your teenagers, watching a cartoon with your toddlers. I'm all up for that. For example, Winston Churchill had a valet butler who never left his side. It was his job to wake him up, bring him breakfast, draw him daily baths with water that had to be exactly at 98 degrees, towel him off after he stepped out of the tub, and help him dress in addition to a whole host of other duties. Okay, now that is pushing it. But if you can automate about 50% of your chores, then you're gonna be a happy person. More modernly, when Bill Gates sat down for an interview on 60 Minutes and Charlie Rose asked him, "How do you find the balance in all of this?" The father and the chairman of a major company and foundation just said, "I do not mow my own lawn." And that is it. It's as simple as that. If you wanna grow into something, if you wanna move, then you need help. And automating your chores, it's one of the number one help that you should get into your life. So outsource it. Why not? At the end of the day, all of us are outsources. Every one of us offloads some of life's necessary tasks to others. We don't, I'm not talking about cobble our own shoes or sew our own clothes or grow or hunt our own food. When we send our kids off to school, we outsource because they are being educated by a school system. The question is whether or not outsourcing is good or bad, but where is it you need to draw the line? Those were the pros. When it comes to cons, there's only one thing, to be honest, that comes to my mind. It's that you lose touch with the basic things and taking pleasure on doing house chores like our parents used to do it. As well as relying on paid impersonal workers to meet our needs, we create lives that are more like a network and less like a community. Back in the day, people would come together and do a spring cleaning, for example. Now everything is more automated and detached, I would say. We are dehumanizing our lives. Even if we develop a friendship and a love for our workers or whoever's helping us, we cannot escape the fact that the relationship, at its heart, it's a business transaction. They show up because you pay them, and they can be fired, and they'll likely move on to a better opportunity that presents itself. Servants and slaves represent the very earliest forms of personal outsourcing, and such practices originated way back in primitive times. The availability and acceptability of both was contingent on class, location, and culture. While slavery is now extremely repugnant to us, philosophers and statesmen in ancient and colonial times believed that the institution was invaluable in freeing up their time to concentrate on higher pursuits. We're not philosophers, we're just single moms that need help. An interesting fact is that up through the 19th century in England and US, the use of servants and the use of help was common amongst both the middle and the upper class. So don't feel bad when you hire certain help. There's nothing wrong with it. It was common practice and no one was shamed for it. In fact, those who didn't have any kind of help were shamed. Now we're much more grounded than that, and we're past the era of servants. Besides, it's such a discriminative approach to hiring help. The way I see it is that you are hiring yourself 5 years ago when you had the time and the energy to do everything. Now you need to allocate your energy towards something better. So do it. Don't be shy or don't let anyone shame you into looking out to get help. You're a single mom who is building a future for your kids, and raising children, educated children, is a much more important task than washing the dishes. So here is number one thing that I recommend outsourcing, which really helped me with educating my children, is I outsource a tutor, an online tutor that does classes with my children at least once a week. Now let me be straight. I'm not saying that I'm not smart enough to help them with their homework or to help them with a project. I just think that someone who is a teacher, who is a tutor, knows how the system works, know what requirements are needed, and is much more knowledgeable and can help my children in actually understanding the subject. So I really do not feel any shame for that. I outsource tutoring. Both of my teenagers are using this person. If anyone needs recommendation, I can definitely recommend him. An extremely helpful person who I use, to be honest, for my classes that I'm taking now in university. So if you can outsource this particular part of your life with homework, with schooling for your older kids, do it. It's gonna change everything for you. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and follow for more. In my next video, I will be talking about why I started Amazon and how that evolved into an online business. Thank you and have a good day.